Isang pinagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat. Narito na naman po si Kuya Gino sa ating Sunday message. Maraming salamat at sinamahan nyo kami ngayong umaga ito. So, last week pinag-usapan po natin ang tungkol sa marriage and the cross. Isang napakagandang mensahe para sa mga mag-asawa kung ano ba talaga ang intensyon ng Panginoon sa ating marriages, sa ating mga pagsasama, sa ating pamilya. At ngayong linggo naman po, pag-uusapan natin, isang napakagandang bagay pa rin, isang bagay na kadugtong ng message natin last week. So, this Sunday, let's talk about seeing God in our marriages. Sa mga marriages po kasi ngayon, hindi na nakikita si God, na nakikita na lang sarili natin at ang asawa natin na madalas kaaway natin. Pero sa totoo lang po, hindi natin kaaway ang ating asawa. Yes, maaring sila yung nagkakasala, sila yung nakakagawa ng bagay na nakakasakit sa atin, pero at the end of the day, hindi sila ang kaaway natin. Tulad natin, biktima lang din sila. At kapag mali ang pakikipaglaban natin sa giyerang ito, pag hindi natin nakikita ang tamang kaaway at ang tamang kakampi, ay mga kapatid, matatalo tayo sa laban. Mabibigo lamang tayo. Kaya ngayon, tingnan natin, hanapin natin ang ating number one na kakampi sa laban ng buhay, ang Panginoon. Hanapin natin si God sa marriages natin. And when we see God in our marriage, we will see victory in our marriages. Let us pray. Lord, maraming salamat po sa araw na binigay mo sa amin ngayon. Maraming salamat, Panginoon, na binigyan mo kami ng opportunity para pag-usapan, para pagnilayan ng iyong salita. At Lord, maraming salamat dahil sa tutulungan mo kami ngayon na makita ka ang iyong glory sa marriages namin ngayon. Panginoon, inaangat namin aming puso, ang aming isip, ang aming damdamin sa iyong paanan, Panginoon, na naway maging bukas ang aming puso at isip sa iyo ituturo sa amin. At maging bukas ang aming bibig sa pagtanggap nito. At ito'y naalay namin sa ngalan ni Jesus. Amen. So, first, Imago Dei, the image of God. Kung titingnan natin sa Genesis 1:26 to 27, makita natin kung paano ginawa ng Panginoon ang tao. Ito po yung first instance kung saan makita natin ginawa ng Panginoon ang tao. At sabi po niya, babasahin ko mula sa ESV, English Standard Version. Pwede nyo basahin sa kahit anong version ng Bible na meron kayo. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image and our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over the livestock and all over all the earth and over every creeping thing that creeps the earth." So man was intended to have dominion over the earth. Dominion meaning sila magte-take over. And kung papansin natin, the first words are, "Let us make man in our image." Ibig sabihin po, hindi lang nag-iisa sila dito. Ngayon, segue lang ng konti. May mga nagsasabi po kasi na iisa lang si God. Na Jesus and the Holy Spirit is not God. Pero dito sa verse na ito, makikita natin malinaw na let us make man in our image. Let us, sabihin may kasama po si God. And in our image, sa itsura natin. Obviously, hindi angels ang kausap niya dito because angels have wings. Wala pa naman tayong pakpak. Diba? So, hindi siya kawangis ng anghel. Hindi kawangis ng Panginoon. So, God created man in His own image. In the image of God, He created them. Male and female, He created them. Verse 27 of Genesis 1 is the first poem in the Bible. Napakagandang poem. Kung nakita kung paano ginawa ng Panginoon ang tao, ang lalaki at babae. So, two sides of the same coin, makikita natin yan mamaya. So, if you ever wondered, ano ba itsura ni God? Ano kaya itsura ng Panginoon, no? Tingin ka sa asawa mo. Tingnan mo yung asawa mo. Kasi nga, male and female, He created them. Tingin ka sa asawa mo, and you will see the image of God. Okay? So, I hope that helps. So, man and woman each represent a part of the image of God. And their union, marriage, is the completion of that image. Ito yung pinag-usapan din natin last week, no? Man and woman, two parts of the same coin. Di ba po, sa barya, no? May side, yung isang side, yung mukha ni Rizal. Saka nakalagay piso. Tapos yung 1. Sa kabilang side naman nakalagay Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Two parts of the same coin. Ngayon, yung isang side, nakalagay yung denomination. Magkaano? Yung, ano yung worth nung coin na yun. At sa likod naman, pakita yung authorization. Kanino galing yung coin na yun. Ngayon, tanggalin mo isa doon sa dalawang yun. Mawawalan ng worth, mawawalan ng halaga yung coin. Kasi, una, pag tinanggal mo yung denomination part niya, paano mo malaman kung magkano yung coin na yun? Pag tinanggal mo naman yung Bangko Sentral sa kabilang side, paano malalaman kung kanino galing yung coin na yun? Diba? So, two parts, useless on their own, pero pag kinombine, has a lot of worth, has worth. And that same goes with marriage. Yes, lalaki may worth sa mata ni God. Yes, ang babae may mata rin sa worth ni God. But when they are combined, they become, dun lumalabas yung tunay na image. Yung imago Dei, or image of God. So, ngayon po, ano ba yung dalawang sides ng man at ng woman? Man, again, is the performance side of God, where we see in Genesis 1. While the woman is the relational side of God, which we find in Genesis 2. So Genesis 1, kung babasahin natin, it was all God made, and He said, and then buo, and He said, and then may lumabas. So it was all performance, it was all making. At ganun po ang karakter ng lalaki. Kaya ang lalaki ang nagtatrabaho sa pamilya. Kasi ang lalaki po ang dapat kumikilos, gumagawa. Woman is the relational side of God. In Genesis 2, we see the relational. Doon natin makikita yung sinabi ni God, it is not good for man to be alone. So, He relates to the man. And that is the side of the woman as well, emotional. Kaya po, yun po ang unang difference ng lalaki at babae. Lalaki is more action-based. The woman is more emotion-based. Kaya ano pang paborito panoorin ng lalaki? Hindi ba't sports? Diba ang lalaki mahilig sa basketball, mahilig sa action movies, barilan, martial arts, MMA. Kasi performance eh. They perform, they do action. At mga babae naman, conversely, mahilig sila sa K-drama, telenovela, diba? Kwentuhan. Kasi, emotions eh. Lalabasan ng emosyon, ng damdamin. Okay? So, dun pa lang, dun makita yung difference sa lalaki at babae. They are very different beings, pero serve a certain purpose. So, man was made from the earth. Alam niyo po, ibig sabihin ng pangalan ng first man, si Adam, diyan po makita yung identity niya, kung saan siya galing. Adam comes from the Hebrew word Adama, which means from the ground. Actually, man is not just made from the ground, he's made from dust. Diba? Ang ground kasi, meron pa yung worth. Diba? Nagtatanim sa ground. Pero ang dust, alikabok, walang worth. And it only shows na only by the breath of God does man have worth. Does man live. So dun pa lang sa creation, God is showing man na kung wala ako, you are useless. You are powerless. Okay? And woman was made from the man's rib. Diba? Sabi nga dun sa verse 18, it is not good for man to be alone. Let us make a suitable helper. We'll go to that later. So, ginawa, after pangalanan ni Adan, ang kada isang hayop at pinarealize sa kanya na wala akong partner dito. Babaeng aso, lalaking aso. Babaeng kabayo, lalaking kabayo. Lalaking unggoy, babaeng unggoy. Ba? Lalaking leon, babaeng leon. Lalaki, wala akong partner. So God used the first job of man to name the animals as a way to show man na wala siyang kasama. So after nito, pinatulog na si Adan, di ba? We all know the story. Pinatulog si Adan, and then God did the first operation. So He took a rib from the man and formed it into a woman. Now, if you see, we go back to the creation, the woman is the only being na ginawa from a refined material. Everything else came from raw material. From nothing, and then raw materials. Even man came just from the dirt, not a refined material. Pero, ang woman came from a refined material, which is man. Kaya, dyan pala makita natin ang worth ng babae sa paningin ni God. Because the woman was made from a refined material, it is very precious in the eyes of God. Kaya ladies, sa mga nakikinig pong babae ngayon, God sees you very precious. So, ingatan mo ang sarili mo. Value yourself the same way God values you. Okay? Huwag ibaba ang sariling value. Because God sees a lot of value in you. You're very precious. You were made from a refined material. The only being was made from a refined material. That's how special the woman is. Kaya sa mga lalaki, alagaan natin ang ating wives. Because if God saw them as precious, we should see them as precious as well. It's going back. So, ano naman ang assignment? If this is how they were made, they also have an assignment. And remember, everything for God has a purpose when He made everything. If you notice sa Genesis, first 3 days was to prepare the next 3 days. Diba? So first day, He created light and darkness. And then on the fourth day, He made the sun, the moon, and the stars. Sun for the day, the light, and then the moon and the stars for the darkness. And then, He prepared the sea He separated the sea, doon malalagay niya ang fishes. Then He prepared the land, lalagay niya yung animals and trees. So, very specific si God. When God created something, everything that God creates is for a purpose. So, if you feel na wala kang kwenta, if you feel na wala kang purpose sa mundong to, hanggat buhay ka pa, this I want to remind you, whoever you are, this I want to remind you, you have a purpose. God made nothing, God did not make something out for nothing. Everything has a purpose in His magnificent plan. So rest assured, you have a purpose. Just ask God what your purpose is. Okay, let's talk about that some other. We'll talk about that some other time. So, going back kay man sa kay woman, ano ang assignment? Man is assigned as a leader. How we can see this? Number 1, he was the first man. Adam was the first one created. First, si Adam, then si Eve. Sa Jewish tradition, napaka-importante ng role ng isang panganay. No? Ang panganay is the leader of the household, or of the siblings. The leader takes over the job of the father. Kaya kung papansin natin, Jesus was called Jesus the carpenter, or actually more mason. Hindi talaga carpenter in the common sense na gumagamit ng kahoy. He's more of a mason. Kasi he is ang trabaho kasi ni Joseph was tagagawa ng bahay. No? Fun fact, ang trabaho ni Joseph, na tatay ni Jesus, was the earthly father of Jesus was a homemaker, a home builder rather. So, gumagawa siya ng bahay made out of stone. Kasi nung panahon nila, ang mga bahay gawa sa stone, hindi sa kahoy. So, Jesus is more in line as a mason because he uses stone to build houses than than a carpenter using wood. Okay? Just to clarify. Pero, ba't ganun ang tawag kay Jesus? Kasi yun ang profession ng tatay niya. And since siya ang technically panganay, he took over the job of the father. So, in this case, Adam was the leader because siya yung unang ginawa sa kanilang dalawang Eve. And the first rule was given to him. If you remember correctly, sa Genesis din, when one was made, ang sabi po, you can eat any fruit from the garden except the fruit in the middle, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. At katabi niya, tree of immortality. Because if you eat from that fruit, you will die. Hindi yan binigay ulit nung binalik si Eve. Binigay lang po yung rule na yan kay Adam. So as a leader, it was his responsibility to tell Eve, nung dumating siya, kung ano yung rule. Okay? So since sa kanya binigay, siya yung leader, sa kanya binigay ang responsibility. So kung ang responsibility ng lalaki ay to lead, ano responsibility ng wife? The wife or the woman is made as a support. Kaya po, sa Genesis 2:18, ang sabi po, it is not good for man to be alone. Let us make a suitable helper. Sa Hebrew pa, ezer kenegdo. Ezer kenegdo. Suitable help. Hindi ito katulong o house help na katulad ng ating iniisip sa panahon ngayon. No, it's very different. Support here means ikaw yung aalalay dun sa pag-lead ng leader. You cover other tasks para makafocus yung leader sa kanyang responsibility. So yun po ang tag team ni man sa kanyang woman. Yun ang purpose. So man is meant to lead and a woman is meant to support the lead. Now, walang mas magaling sa kanilang dalawa, walang mas nakaangat. Kasi the leader is responsible for the forward progression of the team. Okay? So pag hindi siya nag-lead, hindi maka-move forward ang team, ang family niya. While as the woman, if she does not support, hindi makakakilos na maayos si man to move forward. So, they have their specific roles, hindi sila pagalingan. They have their specific roles to function para mag-move smoothly, to move forward. Okay? And then, so ano naman ang task nila? The man was made to work on the soil, basically to provide the needs of the family. Again, going back to the term Adama, is to till the soil, magtrabaho. And this was the one that was cursed as well. Sa Genesis 3, when they were given the curse, Adam was given the curse na pahihirapan ka na ng lupa. Isipin nyo dati, sa Genesis 1 and 2, sa Garden of Eden, maghulog ka lang ng buto. Pag hinulog mo yung buto, tutubo agad yung puno. Pero after nun, wala na. Kailangan paghirapan niya, kailangan unti-unti na lang tutubo. Kailangan pungkalin niya, i-prepare niya yung lupa, lagay niya yung buto, diligan niya, alagaan niya, bago tumubo. Pero dati isang hulog lang, tutubo agad. So doon siya kinurse kasi yun ang kanyang function. At the same time, punta tayo sa woman, the woman is made to manage and to give birth. Going back to the support, the idea of supporting means you manage the household para makafocus siya yung lalaki sa pag-work ng soil, sa pag-provide ng needs, and to give birth. Kasi the name Eve, it comes from the Hebrew word that means to give life. To give life. Kaya ang babae po nanganganak. Kasi sa pangalan pa lang, they are the ones who give life. Sila pinagagalingan ng buhay, mga babae. So, going now to Genesis 2:24, the main verse for marriage is, therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, that they shall become one flesh. We talked about this at length last time, no? So, pero brief run through lang. Why should a man leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife? So that you can complete your spouse. Diba? Umpisa pa lang pinag-usapan natin that a man and a woman are two parts of the same whole. So, a man's logical thinking, kasi po ang lalaki, since he is a performer, he thinks logically. A is equal to B is equal to C. Ganun lang. A, B, C, D. Ganun lang. Single-minded ang lalaki. So, yung logical thinking na to completes the woman's emotional side. Kasi ang babae, very emotional. Ay, ito na-feel ko eh. Pero ito na-feel ko. Ano ba susundin ko? Because ganun ang babae, very emotional, nakadepende sa emotion sa kanilang gagawin. The man's logical thinking gives them direction. While the woman's relational nature completes the man's performance side. Now, yung pagiging emotional babae, pagiging sensitive na, gives meaning to the direction. Kumbaga, ang lalaki, hindi na basta-basta bara-bara. He has to be more sensitive to see kung sino yung mas maapektuhan. Kasi lalaki minsan, kikilos na lang yan without thinking. Without thinking of the consequences. But A, B, C. Bahala na kung sino masaktan. Pero because of the woman's sensitivity, matututo ang lalaki na, huwag muna pala kasi ma-hurt si wife. So, they balance each other. The next, so that's the first, you can complete your spouse. And then the second, so you can become an example to your children, the next generation. Remember, ang sabi sa Malakay 2:16 was that a man and a woman, ang purpose of marriage nila is to produce godly children. And the parents are the example. So, a father provides for the children's needs, just like God provides the needs of the people. So, as parents, we are the example of God to our children. And the way we relate to our children, kung paano tayo makitungo sa kanila, will be the same way na makikita nila si God. So, if we provide the needs of our children, they see, God provides the needs of man. A father disciplines the children, just like God. If walang parent na nagdidisipline sa bata, hindi niya makita kung paano mag-discipline si God. Pag hindi niya nakita kung paano mag-discipline si God, hindi niya maintindihan ang nangyayari sa buhay niya kapag dumating na yung discipline naman. And a mother takes care of the children just like God. Okay? So, our actions as parents, as a mother and father to our children, is an example for the children of how God treats us. Okay? So remember, God does not see you as an individual, as a single person, but just like Abraham, God sees us as a generation. Remember, sabi ni God kay Abraham, tingin ka sa stars. Kung gaano karami ang bituin sa langit, ganun karami magiging anak mo. And that's who we are right now. Because he saw Abraham as a generational person. He had to fix Abraham so that Isaac, Jacob, and the following generations would follow suit. Ganun din tayo. Sa aming counseling experience na may mag-asawa, as well as other counselors that we've talked to, we learned from, one of the patterns that would be noticed is ang problems sa isang marriage ay napapasa. For example, pag may lalaking nambababae, usually may root yan sa previous generation, whether tatay niya o tito niya ng babae rin. And then if you look at that, possible pa na yung lolo niya, or lolo, kapatid ng lolo ng babae din, napapasa. The same time, pag ang babae, ang wife, bungangera, if you look at the family history, either ang mother niya o tita niya bungangera, tapos ang lola rin niya, bungangera, it goes back. It goes back. So, that's what we mean by generational. Minsan, whether we like it or not, napapasa natin yung traits natin sa anak natin. May kasabihan nga tayo, di ba, sa Pilipino, ang ginagawa ng matanda para sa bata ay tama. Whether tama o mali ang ginagawa ng magulang, pag nakita ng mga bata, tingin nila tama yun, so gagayain nila. So we have to be careful as parents kung ano ang ginagawa natin. How we look at our spouse, how we treat our spouse, is the same way they will treat their spouses in the future. So kung abusive tayo sa asawa natin, malamang sa malamang, malaki ang chances na magiging abusive ang mga anak natin sa magiging spouse nila. Okay? So we have to be careful. So next part. So we just discussed what is marriage. Diba? What is God's plan for marriage. Now, let's look at the problems that we're handling regarding marriage. Diba? So, although God has a great plan for marriage and for families, this plan has been destroyed by the enemy. Sa Genesis pala, in Genesis 3, when the fall happened, the seeds of lies was implanted by the enemy. Remember, sabi niya kay Eve, yung ba talaga sinabi niya? The seeds of deception were placed. And even today, sa generation natin ngayon, there are still the seeds of deception, the traps and the schemes of the enemy that is destroying our marriages. Ano ba itong mga to? We have wrong expectations of marriage. Like, we have this concept that marriage is about me. It's about my happiness, my pleasure, my concerns, my plans, my dreams, my wants. Me. And yung pa lumalabas yung isa sa mga usual lines. Kapag mahal ka talaga niya, magbabago. Kung mahal ka talaga niya, magbabago siya para sa iyo. It's all about me. Magbago ka para sa akin. That's common Filipino culture now. Diba? Kailangan siya mag-change siya. He should be the best for me para mapasaya niya ako. So we have wrong expectations of marriage. Number 2, we have wrong reasons for entering marriage. What are some of the wrong reasons? Para may makasama ako pag tumanda ako. Or gusto kong bumuo ng pamilya. Kaya ako mag-aasawa. And, kasi mahal ko siya, feeling ko siya na eh. Diba? So, those false ideas brings us the wrong reasons for marriage. And then, next, we already have wrong expectations. We also have wrong reasons. So, when we get problems, we also have wrong responses. What are these responses? When marriage is not happy, just let go, hayaan mo siya. Huwag mo nang pahirapan ang sarili mo. Kawawa ka naman. Meron pa marami namang iba dyan. Diba? Let go mo na lang siya, walang kwenta yung tao mo. Ito pa, pinagtagpo pero di tinadhana. My goodness, this lies. Huh? So kung lahat na lang pinagtagpo, hindi tinadhana. Huh? Kada boyfriend mo, ay, pinagtagpo pero hindi tinadhana. Kasi konting problema, ay, ayoko na. Paano yun? O, let's say, kada boyfriend may isang anak. Si babae. First boyfriend, nagka-anak. Tapos, konting problema, ay, ayoko na, mahirap na, let go na. Kasi baka pinagtagpo lang pero hindi tinadhana. Then go, boyfriend number 2. Diba? Ganun din. Kasi hindi nag-mature, walang natutunan, mali ang concept ng marriage. Okay, magpaasawa kami para maging masaya ako. So, pag nagkaroon ng problem, let go na. So, pinagtagpo pero hindi tinadhana, number 2. Then, sunod na boyfriend na naman, same thing. Number 3, makalimang boyfriend ka, nakalimang anak ka na. Hindi mo pa rin nakita yung tinadhana mo. Diba? Next, love yourself. Unahin mo yung sarili mo, mahalin mo yung sarili mo. Well, in fact, the reason why you are in a marital problem right now, because one of you guys loved yourself more than the other. Ano ibig sabihin? The reason ba't ang bababae ang lalaki is because mas mahal niya yung sarili niya kaysa sa asawa niya. The reason kung bakit nagtatalak ang babae kasi mas importante sa kanyang feelings niya kaysa sa feelings ng asawa niya. Kaya ang lalaki madalas nasa barkada is because mas importante yung kasiyahan niya kaysa kasiyahan ng wife niya. So you are already one of you guys are already loving yourself. And if the other person loves itself as well, ito mas naging malayo, kanya-kanya na talaga. Mas lalong nasira ang marriage. Another misconception, ang asawa napapalitan, ang anak hindi. That is very heartbreaking. Kasi, if you think na ang asawa napapalitan, you just replace half of your child. Because half of your child came from your husband. So kung papalitan mo kalahati niya, you already destroyed the person. And another thing, once a cheater, always a cheater, my goodness, that is so not true. People can change. People change. Given the right opportunity, the right circumstances, and the right people that would help the person. And with God moving, people can change. And if you say, person cannot change, then you are better than God. Because God made the person to change. God can change a person. Remember Paul, the Apostle Paul was against Christianity. He was a straight Jew, through and through. He persecuted Christians, the early Christians. He even orchestrated the death of one of them, Stephen. Pero God changed him and He made him one of the strongest apostles for the Gentiles. So His people can change. And if you say that a person cannot change, then you are better than God. So that is a very wrong concept. And another thing, hindi na daw usong martyr. The word martyr is being thrown around like a useless word. Feeling na pag naaapi ka na. No! That is not martyrdom. Martyrdom, according to the Bible, is dying or being persecuted for your belief. Hindi ka lang basta pinapahirapan. Martyrs are killed because of their belief. And if you're still alive, you are not a martyr. Okay, so remove that. So, why are we struggling with relationships? Because number one, nobody is perfect. Madalas kasi because of our influences in the media, may mga napapanood natin sa mga pelikula, makikita natin sa Facebook, sa Instagram, mga palabas sa TV, we're looking for a perfect partner. Well, guess what? No one's perfect. Not even you. So if you're not perfect, don't look for a perfect partner. Ang pag-asawa po, every person is like a buffet. It's like a happy meal. To use the term. Package na yan. You can't have one without the other. So either you take everything or take nothing. Hindi pwedeng buffet na pipiliin mo. Ay, gusto ko yung pagiging mabait niya. Ay, pero ayoko yung vision niya. Hindi po ganun. You take everything from the person first. Then you can understand the person. Then you can have the person change. And another thing, you and your spouse are different people. You cannot expect na maintindihan ka all the time ng asawa mo. Na alam niya kung ano iniisip mo kahit wala kang sinasabi. Guess what? Hindi manghula mga tao. Remember, people come from different family backgrounds. Maybe ikaw buo pamilya mo, pero itong taong ito lumaki sa broken family. So he does not have, or your spouse does not have a concept of a whole family. Ikaw meron. So pag nagsama kayo, iba ang mindset niya sa mindset mo. Iba ang ideologies niyo, iba pinaninindigan niyo sa buhay. Iba ang experiences niyo, iba pinagdaanan niyo. Kung ikaw, kuripot ka sa unti-unti mo ang pera mo, yung asawa mo nasanay sa medyo magabong, mayaman na pamilya, hindi issue sa kanya ang pera. So, hindi talaga magkakaintindihan doon. And both of you have different reasons of going to a relationship. So, kung hindi pareho ang reason nyo for a relationship, do not expect na magiging pareho ang lahat ng gagawin niyo. Okay? You have to accept the person for who the person is. That's where change starts. Another thing. Another struggle is because something is lacking in a relationship. Remember, every marriage is composed of three parts. The man, the woman, and God. And if the third party of every relationship is God, kailangan kasama niyo si God sa relationship niyo. Kasi pag nawala siya sa relationship niyo, it will be replaced by something else. Whether money or the love of money, work, puro na ng trabaho, a different man, a different woman, yung diyan po pasok yung adultery, vices, o yung mga bisyo tulad ng alak, sugal, sigarilyo, online games, ano pa man, barkada. Kasi wala si God, so something has to fill the gap. And if it is not God, everything else should not be. Even anak, dapat hindi yun ang gap, hindi yun ang fulfill ng gap ninyo mag-asawa. Because your children are the output of your relationship. Hindi siya kasama sa input. Output siya. So kailangan, hindi mamamagitan ng anak ninyo sa relationship ninyo mag-asawa. Which sometimes becomes a problem. So, ano ba ang root cause ng problems, ng struggles sa relationship, sa marriage? John 10:10 says, "The thief comes only to steal, to kill, and destroy." This thief is the enemy, yung demonyo. What does the enemy do? He steals the parents from the children. Pag paano nasi-steal ang parents? Pag naghiwalay ang parents, nawala na isang magulang yung anak. Yes, siguro may visitation rights, once a month, once a week, pupunta, may communication sa Facebook, pero yung physical presence ng magulang, wala na sa pamilya. And that has a big factor to the children. Akala natin as kesa, okay lang yan, mauunawaan nila, pero no. In my experience, my personal experience, I saw my parents go separated in front of my eyes. I saw my family crumble in front of my eyes. Maybe they did not think highly of it, pero malaki ang epekto niya sa akin. Up until a few years ago, I was still carrying the burden. Because I felt that either my father and my parents do not love me, kasi nakaya nila ako iwan pareho eh. I felt that I am worthless. Na hindi ko kaya, wala akong kayang gawin. And it hindered me, it had a big impact in my life. Up until recently, I saw that. But glory to God, He changed me, He made me realize that my worth is not from my parents, my worth is from God. And it takes time for children to understand that, lalo pag lumaki na sila. If they do not have a close relationship with God, they will not see that. They will not understand that they may end up destroying their future families. Again, parents are the agents of change in a child's life. They are meant to be the direction giver. Sila ang parents ang gagabay sa anak. Ngayon kung mawala isa sa kanila, mahirapan sumagwan yung bata. Mahirapan silang kumili. Mahirapan kumili sa future yung bata. It's not impossible, pero mahirap. Number 2, kill. The enemy is out there to kill the right mindset of marriage and families. Paano? Ito naman, tingnan natin kanina. Mindset ng enemy yan eh, na relationship supposed to be for me. No. That's not right. Ang gusto ng kaaway, isipin mo, pag nahirapan ka sa marriage mo, let go. Kasi gusto niya ipakita sa'yo na parang ang marriage ay parang fairy tale lang. Everything's happy, everything's nice. No, that's not it. And the enemy wants to destroy marriages, destroy the family, and destroy God's plan for the next generation. Remember, sabi nga kay Abraham, kung gaano karami ang stars sa langit, ganun karami magiging anak mo. So, each family, each person is the head of another generation. And if our families are destroyed dahil sa maling pananaw sa marriage, malaki ang chances we will destroy the next generation of marriages. Because ang ginagawa natin ngayon is the example for the next generation. Tandaan yan. Ang ginagawa natin ngayon is an example for the next generation. So kung sinisira natin ang mga pamilya sa generation na to, we cannot expect the next generation to be better. It will only be the same, worse, mas mababa. Okay? So that is the plan of the enemy. And he is enjoying it kapag nasisira ang marriages. Binibigay niya yung... Kaya marami tayong single mothers, kaya marami broken homes because of that false ideas na ini-insert sa atin. And what does this do? What is the outcome? Diba? This turns to broken families that lead to future broken families. Single parents that lead to future single parents. Pansinin nyo, pag may single mom, may mga nakausap ako ng single mom, sabihin nila, okay na, iwanan mo na yung asawa mo, walang kwenta. Marami naman tayong single moms eh. So okay lang yan. See, that mindset na okay lang ang single parents causes a chain na, okay lang pala. So next generation, okay lang rin. But that is not the case. God did not plan us to be single parents. It was meant to be a mother and a father. Yeah. Another thing, a wrong mindset, a wrong outlook in marriage causes possible of having encouraging homosexuality. Kasi marami akong naging office mates dati, marami akong naging friends na homosexuals. And if I ask them, one thing in common is an absentee father. I ask them, kamusta relationship mo sa tatay mo? Some of them would say, napakapangit ng relationship nila sa tatay nila. Mas close sila sa nanay nila, kaya naging mas effeminate sila. Ergo, nariya sila, homosexual sila, bakla sila. Or, walang father sa bahay. Again, mas malapit sa nanay, puro kapatid babae. Again, mas nakarelate sa kanila. Diba? This breeds homosexuality that leads to future homosexuals. And this has caused child rebellion ng mga bata, kabataan. Kasi walang love sa bahay, lagi nag-aaway yung magulang. Hindi, wala yung magulang sa bahay. Kasi busy sa ibang pamilya. So si anak, magre-rebel, maghahanap ng happiness outside. Which will lead to lead to wrong company, and then later on, malang buntis na siya. Another generation wasted. Miss na hindi yun yung plan ni God. God plans for this person to be the next president na ayos sa problem ng Philippines, pero dahil pinabayaan ng parents, hindi inalagaan ng maayos ang parents. Si daddy ng babae, kasi tapos si mommy, sobrang ingay sa bahay, laking galit. Si anak, umalis ng bahay. Naghanap sumama sa barkada. Hindi na nagtapos, hindi na tinuloy pag wala nang gana. Then, ano nangyari? Napariwara yung buhay. Diba? We could have been the person that would fix the problems of a country. Natataka tayo. Bakit ang daming corruption? Ba't ang daming problema ng bahay? Lord, ba't hindi mo ginagawa na solution yung problem namin sa bansa? Actually, God will just tell you, anak, binigay ko na yung solution sa inyo. Kasi hindi nyo inalagaan eh. Ngayon, imbis na naging presidente, naging drug dealer, nakaharap ng polis, patay. Hindi yung plano ko sa kanya, iba plano ko. But because hindi mo inalagaan, hindi nyo inalagaan, mali ang pananaw nyo sa marriage, ayan. Diba? Remember, the cycle of bitterness and pain will never end until someone stops and cuts that chain. We need to be that generation that cuts that chain. So, we see the problem. What is the solution? Romans 8:28-29 says, we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose. For those who He foreknew, He also predestined to be conformed in the image of His Son, in order that He might be the firstborn among any others. What am I saying here? Ang sasabi ko, nothing is an accident. All things work together for good, for those who are called according to His purpose. Remember, God has a purpose for every single one. of us in this world. Hanggat humihinga tayo, may purpose si God sa atin. Ano yon? I do not know. Only God knows what that purpose is. Pero what I'm sure is, nothing is an accident. Nothing is an accident. Everything is happening in your life today is meant to lead you to God's purpose in your life. So kung tingin mo nahihirapan ka sa problem mo ngayon sa asawa mo, ask God, God, what are you teaching me today? Kung ikaw, husband, you are tempted to talk to this beautiful girl kasi yung asawa mo wala nang ginawa kundi tumalak. Ask God, God, what are you teaching me today? Kung yung nahuli mo yung asawa mo ng babae, ask God, what are you teaching me today? Because every single thing that happens in our life is meant for a divine purpose. Every pain, every tear, every aray, every why is a part of that purpose. At kapag nakita natin kung ano ang purpose ni God, it makes sense. And what is the purpose of God? We don't know, but it leads to becoming the image of His Son. To be conformed. Conformed means maging katulad. To have the same shape, to have the same dimensions as the image of His Son, Jesus Christ. So this is where we get the term Christ-likeness. So everything that happens in your life is meant for you to be like Christ. In the general sense, in the specific sense, God knows something else. So, you learning how to be patient, how to be forgiving, how to be understanding, to be supportive is part of becoming like Christ. Yes, we will not be perfect in this lifetime. We will not be exactly like Christ. But we are called to be one step closer on getting to that goal. It's not an excuse, nobody's perfect. Only God is perfect. That's not an excuse, my friend. Ilang beses, at least twice sa Bible sinabi, be holy. Sa Peter sinabi, be holy, for I am holy, sabi ni God. And sa Matthew sabi, be perfect, for your Father in heaven is perfect. So we are called to be at least one step closer. Because one step closer is better than not being closer at all. So again, kung may pinagdadaanan ka ngayon, ask God, what are you teaching me today? Next, marriage is God's workshop. Ano po ibig sabihin? God will use your husband or your wife to develop you into the person that God wants you to be. Di ba ba sabi natin kanina, everything has a purpose, and one of the purposes is to become like His Son, Jesus Christ. And your spouse, your husband and wife is the perfect tool that God sees for you to be like Jesus Christ. As the husband and wife complete the image of God, your spouse is meant to form a part of your personality. Diba? So, napag-usapan natin sa umpisa, yung sensitivity ng wife ang magbibigay ng body sa logic ng lalaki, at ang logic ng lalaki ang magbibigay direction sa sensitivity ng babae. Sabi nga sa Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Ba, nasubukan niyo na ba magtasa ng kutsilyo? Di ba magtatasa ka ng kutsilyo, kailangan itatama mo siya sa bakal. Either dun sa bakal na parang spadang mapurol, or yung labaha na tawag natin, or sa English whetstone. Kinikis-kis mo yun. Kinikis-kis. Diba? Para yung knife maging sharp. And ganun kayong dalawa. Friction produces fire. Fire that you can use for cooking, for light, for heat, for survival. At how do you make fire? Flint. Minsan, 2 stones together. A flint and a knife. Matchstick sa kayong box. May friction. Iron sharpens iron. You and your spouse are being used by God to sharpen each other para magamit ka ni God. To build you into who you're supposed to be. So don't see your spouse, your husband, or your wife as a problem. See them as an opportunity for you to grow in Christ. And 1 Peter 3:1 says, wives, be subject to your own husbands. Ito yung example sabi ko kanina. Wives, be subject to your husbands. Meaning, why do you have to be subject? Kailangan mo matutong mag-submit. Matuto ka mag-perform para sa husband mo. Kasi your husband is a performer. So you will learn how to perform by submission. Likewise, husbands, in the equal sense, walang mas mataas, walang mas mababa, equal. Likewise, husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way. Understand them. Sabi ni Peter, pakisamahan mo na maigi. Be sensitive to your wife. Learn to be emotional. And wife, learn to be logical. Diba? See? Doon pala, sa passage mismo pinapakita na you have to learn from your spouse. Because your spouse will complete you. Diba? So when you're struggling with your spouse, ask God, God, what do you want me to develop? What do you want me to improve on? Diba? Maybe God wants you to improve your understanding. Or maybe God wants you to learn more how to be sensitive. Huh? God is using your spouse to meet that goal. Okay? And number 3, God is in control. God is always in control. Remember, He is not a genie that grants any wish. He is a king that has control over His kingdom. And some of the things that are stopping us para maharap yung situation the right way are bitterness, unforgiveness, and insecurity. Kasi if we do not forgive, pag hindi tayo nagpatawad, nagiging bitter tayo. At minsan pag naging bitter tayo, naging insecure tayo. So kung insecure tayo, kung bitter tayo, kung hindi tayo marunong patawad, hindi natin kaya harapin yung asawa natin. We see them as an enemy na kailangan natin gantihan. Your spouse is not your enemy. The devil is, and his lies and his schemes. Hindi mo kalaban ang asawa mo. Ang asawa mo ang dapat kakampi mo sa laban mo. Kailangan kampihan mo siya. Hindi awayin mo siya. And then, God is always in control. All you need to do is to trust God with what He's going to do and obey Him. Sabi nga sa Romans 12:19-21, Beloved, never avenge yourselves. Huwag kang gumanti. But leave it to the wrath of God. Hayaan mo si God ang gumanti sa iyo. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, says the Lord. Kasi ganito yun eh. Pag may nangyari sa'yo, it's either ikaw ang gaganti or si God ang gaganti. Pag gumanti ka na, hindi na gaganti si God, gumanti ka na eh. Diba? And, pag tayo gumanti, tayo eh. Hindi tayo perfect kumilos, so yung gagawin natin, malamang magba-backfire. So, pag nag-backfire, kaya pa natin i-handle. For example lang, nakita mo, asawa mo ng babae. So, what will you do? Magagalit ka, awayin mo. Pag gusto mo gumanti, awayin mo. Pag inaway mo, what's your assurance na titino siya? Wala kang assurance. Pwede? Yes, of course, there are instances na pag nagalit asawa, tama na, ayoko na, sorry na, papatino na ako. Paano kung hindi? Paano because of sa pang-aaway mo, mas lumapit pa siya doon sa babae niya. Hindi nag-backfire. I remember this one story that I had. Kasi, counseling namin siya, ni Sheila. She had the feeling na nabababay asawa niya. So, ginawa niya, hinapon niya. pa-secret agent siya, sinundan niya. Tapos, bala nga, kumuha siya ng video na magkasama yung lalaki sa kanyang asawa sa labas ng mall. Ang ending, nawala niya yung cellphone niya. Brand new. Nag-backfire. Because you did it your way, not God's way. But again, sabi ni God, vengeance is mine, says the Lord, I will repay. If ibigay mo kay God yung situation mo, you say, God, I forgive this person. Ikaw na bahala, Lord. His plans are perfect. He is a perfect God and His plans are perfect. Pag siya gumante, siguradong may effect. The thing is, most of the time we don't allow God to avenge for us. You know, pag hindi natin binigay kay God yung situation, para natin sinasabi kay God, no, mahina ka, mas magaling ako sa'yo. I can do better. And how do we give it to God? By forgiving the person. Forgiving is not weakness, hindi siya kahinaan. Hindi siya pagiging api. Hindi siya pag-feeling kawawa, pagpapakamartir, no. Forgiveness is ultimate strength kasi sinasabi mo, hindi ako gaganti sa'yo, si God ang bahala sa'yo. Additionally, ano sabi ni God? To the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he's thirsty, give him something to drink. Aba? Nang babae ng asawa, papakainin ko. Hirap nun, di ba? Pero here's the logic. For by doing so, you heap burning coals on his head. Nilalagyan mo siya ng uling sa ulo niya. At ano ba feeling nun? Napakainit. Technically, sinasabi dito ni Apostol Pablo, patayin mo sa konsensya. Yeah, do not overcome evil by evil, but overcome evil with good. Huwag ka gumante sa tamang paraan. Gawin mo yung tama, and God will take care of everything. Again, God is in control. God is always in control. And fourth, have a real relationship with God. The reason kaya may mga nangyayari sa buhay natin na feeling natin hindi maganda is because we do not have the right relationship with God. And He is allowing things to happen para makita natin kung kamusta na tayo sa Kanya. And we can act accordingly. Dito yan eh. Nagsistruggle ka ngayon. First question. Asan si God sa relationship mo? Kasi ako usually, as a marriage counselor, if I'm talking to people, usually yan isa sa mga tanong ko. Asan si God sa relationship mo ngayon? Usually the person will say, nasa puso ko po. O nasa puso mo, why can't you forgive? Eh masakit eh. God is not in the center. God is not in your heart because God is equal to forgiveness. If God is in your heart, then He will tell you to forgive. Sabi niya, magpatawad ka, anak, ako bahala. So, dalawa lang niya. If God is in your heart, tapos hindi mo kaya magpatawad, it's either wala talaga si God sa heart mo. Or ikaw masusunod di si God. Si God ay visitor lang dyan. In that case, you have a wrong relationship with God. Remember, God is a king and we are subjects. Tatay siya, anak tayo. Siya masusunod. And kung hindi mo kaya sundin si God, that only shows that either you have a wrong relationship or you have no relationship with God. And if you have a wrong relationship or no relationship with God, reminder na ni God sa'yo na, anak, lapit ka na. Kaya ka nagsastruggle ngayon kasi wala ako. Let me handle this for you. Lapit ka lang sa akin. Kasi sabi nga ni Kristo sa krus, it is finished. Tapos na lahat. Kailangan mo lang sumandal kay God because siya na bahala. No relationship with God means He is not in the middle of your life, and He is not in the middle of your marriage. And without God at the center, your marriage will surely fail. Mga kapatid, this is the reason why we have troubled marriages, problematic relationships, is because God is not at the center of that relationship. At kung ikaw naghahanap ka pa ng partner, kung nanonood ka ngayon, wala ka pang asawa, single ka pa, look for someone that has God first before you. Kailangan si God una bago ito. That will show you how He will treat you. Kasi kung nasanay na siya inuunang iba, uunahin ka rin niya. And ikaw din, habang naghahanap ka ng asawa, God first, masanay ka nagsiserve kay God para pag nag-asawa ka na, unahin mo yung asawa mo bago sarili. Again, marriage is not about you. Marriage is not about your happiness, your dreams, your wants, your aspirations, your companion. No. Marriage is about, number one, about God. Number two, about your husband or your wife. Si God ay nasa taas ng kada relationship, and then your spouse. And then ikaw. Okay? It will never be, pag spouse ang ginawa mong God, tao yan, may hirapan ka lang. Pag ikaw ang nilagay mo sa taas, tao ka lang rin, may hirapan ka lang rin. God should always be at the top level of everything. Use your struggles as an opportunity to start a relationship or have a stronger relationship with God by surrendering your life to Him and following His commands. You cannot obey God without following Him, without forgiving. Because God told us to forgive 70 times 7 times, which is perfect times perfect. Always forgive. Always give grace. As much as God gives us grace, we should give grace. And when you see God in your marriage, you will see your marriage differently. You will see your family differently. You will see your spouse differently. You will see yourself differently. Everything will change when you see God in your marriage. Let us pray. Lord, thank you for this opportunity to learn how to see you in our marriages, to see you in our lives, to see you in the middle of everything that we do. Lord, touch our hearts. Remind us of where we are sa relationship na ito ngayon. Lord, we lift up people na nagsastruggle sa marriages nila ngayon who does not see you in the middle of their marriage. And I pray, Lord, you will show yourself to them. Kalabitin mo sila, Lord, and tell them, I am here waiting for you. And Lord, I pray that they would see you and they would have that relationship with you and they would glorify and magnify your name through their marriage, and that they will see how you are an answer to their lives, to their marriages, and they will see that obeying you is the only thing they need to do. Lord, I pray for struggling marriages that you will bind them back together stronger. Lord, sa mga taong nanghihingi ng solution, may you lead them to your glory. Father God, we are nothing without you. Help us remind that, be in that right relationship with you, Lord. In Jesus' name.